Welcome back to Grammar Grade 10. This is Unit 11, Lesson 74, and today we're working with one of the smallest marks on the page, the comma. We have two jobs to learn. First, commas in a series, when you list three or more things. Second, commas with coordinate adjectives, when two describing words share equal rank. Let's get into it. Commas do a lot of quiet work in a sentence, and today we'll learn two of their most useful jobs. Job 1, a series. Whenever you list three or more items of the same kind, commas keep those items apart, so your reader can see where one ends and the next begins. Job 2, coordinate adjectives. When two adjectives of equal rank both describe the same noun, a comma slides between them. In both jobs, the comma is doing the very same thing. It is telling your reader, these are separate pieces, so count them one by one. Let's take the series first. A series is a list of three or more items of the same kind, and we put a comma after every item except the last one. Listen to this. We packed bread, cheese, and apples. There are three items in that list, and two commas keeping them apart. Now look closely at the comma sitting right before the word and. That little mark has a name. It is called the serial comma, and in this course we will always use it because it keeps the end of your list from blurring together. The items in a series don't have to be single words. They can be phrases or even whole clauses. Here is a series of phrases. We hiked up the ridge, across the creek, and home. Each item is a little group of words, and the commas still separate them cleanly. And here is a series of clauses, each one carrying its own subject and verb. I cooked, Mia washed, and Dad dried. Three tiny clauses, lined up like beads on a string. Same rule, same commas. Three or more items of the same kind, held apart by commas. Now for two cases where the commas step aside. First, if every single item is already joined by the word and, or by the word or, then you do not need commas at all. Bread and cheese and apples. The conjunctions are doing the separating for you, so the commas would only be in the way. Second, some pairs of nouns are treated as one single item because we say them together all the time. Macaroni and cheese is one dish, not two items. Salt and pepper is one thing you pass across the table. A habitual pair like that travels as one item, so you never split it with a comma. On to the second job, coordinate adjectives. Coordinate simply means equal in rank. When two adjectives each modify the noun on their own, and neither one is more glued to the noun than the other, they are coordinate, and a comma goes between them. Take this phrase, a bright, cheerful room. Bright and cheerful pull exactly the same weight here. Each one describes the room by itself. A bright room, a cheerful room. Neither adjective is leaning on the other. Because they are equal in rank, we put a comma between them. So how do you know if two adjectives are really coordinate? There are two quick tests, and I want you to run both of them. Test 1. Try inserting the word and between them. A bright and cheerful room. Does that still sound right? It certainly does. Test 2. Try reversing their order. A cheerful, bright room. Does that still sound right? It does. Both tests pass, which means the adjectives are coordinate and the comma belongs there. If both tests work, write that comma with confidence. Now the flip side, and this is where writers slip. If either test fails, the comma stays out. Look at this phrase, a battered leather jacket. Run test 1, a battered and leather jacket. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? Now run test 2, a leather battered jacket. That sounds even worse. Both tests fail, and here is why. Leather is practically glued to the noun. Leather jacket is working as one single unit, and battered describes that whole unit. So there is no comma. Two adjectives sitting side by side do not automatically earn a comma. Make them pass the tests first. Let's practice. In this first set, every question is about a series. Decide where the commas belong, or whether they belong at all. Pause the video and choose before I reveal each answer. We bought apples, oranges, and pears. That is 3 items of the same kind, so it is a series, and a series takes commas. We put a comma after apples, a comma after oranges, and we keep that serial comma before the word and. The correct answer is apples, oranges, and pears. Jonah wants pizza and pasta and salad. Count the conjunctions here. Every item is already joined by the word and. When all the items are connected that way, the conjunctions do the separating for you, and commas would be redundant. So the answer is no commas needed. We ate soup, a sandwich, and macaroni and cheese. There are 3 items in this series, and the third item is macaroni and cheese. 1 dish, 1 item. A habitual pair like that is never split down the middle, so we keep it whole, macaroni and cheese, with no comma inside it. In this second set, each phrase has 2 adjectives in front of a noun. Run both tests, insert and, then reverse the order, and decide whether a comma belongs between them. Pause and try each one before I answer. A long, winding road. Does a comma belong between long and winding? Run the tests. Test 1. A long and winding road. That sounds right. Test 2. A winding, long road. A little unusual perhaps, but yes, it still works. Both tests pass, so these adjectives are coordinate. The answer is a comma between them. An old wooden bench. Test 1. An old and wooden bench. That sounds off. Test 2. A wooden old bench. That sounds even stranger. Wooden is bonded to the noun. It tells us what kind of bench this is. Both tests fail, so the answer is no comma. A cold, damp cellar. Test 1. A cold and damp cellar. That sounds perfectly natural. Test 2. A damp, cold cellar. Also natural. Both adjectives carry equal weight, so they are coordinate. The answer is a comma between them, giving us a cold, damp cellar. Let's gather it all up. First, in a series of 3 or more items, words, phrases, or whole clauses, separate the items with commas and keep that serial comma before the final and. But if every item is already joined by and or, leave the commas out, and never split a habitual pair like macaroni and cheese. Second, between coordinate adjectives, 2 adjectives of equal rank, put a comma. Run the 2 tests, insert and, then reverse the order. If both still sound right, the comma belongs. If either one fails, as in a battered leather jacket, leave it out. Nice work today. I'll see you in the next lesson.